That's great. Thanks, guys. That's really good. Really, really helpful.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. No, it's really nice.
Thank you, senseis.
No worries, well done,
Right.
I have a little funny type of thing to share over here. Just because you were saying, Sensei West, that you're one of those lazy ones a bit. I think I have a glitch in the computer too, and then sometimes I'm not saying you do, but I do, because most of the times when it comes to training in karate Kyokushin, I think I'm big and strong or something or whatever. So when it comes to training, I tend to stay there and move a little bit slower, as opposed to in everyday life, I'm super speed for everything. So it's a very weird contradiction for me. Even the other day, my son, I was helping him pick up his toys at night, and he looked at me and he says, "Mom, you're not a normal human." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he says that you're so fast, right? But somehow in karate, I'm a bit slower on the moving. I guess I need to more on the footwork. But there was something funny that since we opened up now and we can train a little bit in the park, well, 10 people, but still something, right? I think that since I'm doing these sessions with the two senseis and Jihan Janine as well, I got faster, because what I noticed is I was faster than the whole team. And that means 20-year-olds and 40-something-year-olds. I was always striving to do everything at the proper speed, and if we had to go faster, then I did it faster, but it was just for that specific exercise, right? But now what I noticed is that I was doing everything faster, I was more explosive, and I had to stop and kind of think to myself, what made me faster? How come I'm doing it faster, finishing up than that 20-year-old guy who is, in tip-top shape, and I'm not 20 anymore, right? And I just thought about it. It must be the Zoom sessions. Like, it's been the constant. I know I wasn't on it like every single time, but there were times when I was constant. But then we had our Zoom sessions too, so I couldn't participate in all of yours. But I have to say a thank you, because somehow you made me become a little bit faster. I'm still not super speed. I'm working on it, but it is a lot faster than I used to be, a lot snappier and more, kind of explosive, I guess, what I'm looking for, because I'm not big, I'm not that muscular and strong, so I should be moving more around. So I want to say thank you for that.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's something that, I don't know, maybe a lot of people don't realize what amount of knowledge and how much private training you guys are delivering through Zoom sessions, and they should be participating more and, supporting more what you're doing. I think it's awesome, because I really consider it as a private training. There's nobody around me. Well, once in a while the kids show up and they bother me, but I learned to work around that too. But it's just me and the technique, and then my attention to you, and your attention when you're explaining everything is just amazing. So I have the time to look at myself without having other people around me and trying to keep up, or just doing a little bit more sloppy technique because you're losing on the speed. So now it's just me and the technique and whatever you're teaching me. So I think it's awesome. Just keep up the awesome work. Thank you again, Os, for everything.
Very, very kind to hear. Thank you. It's incredible.
No, I really thought about it, because I amaze myself in being faster than others, right? So I had to just stop and think, how come I'm faster? I wasn't faster than that guy, right? Who used to train every single day. And I was just training maybe 3 times a week because my schedule wasn't allowing me to do so. But he's young, he's single, he doesn't have anything else better to do than just train, right? So he was faster than me. But now I'm faster than him. How come? So I just had to put it all together, and I think it's the Zoom sessions. I think it's KRT and everything that I did with Shihan Janine, and I used to train with Shihan Sunil as well, his dojo, whenever they had the Zoom sessions. So I was trying to, get in as much as possible and take on the opportunity, because we were home. So what else? So again, thank you.
thank you for your amazing words, and that's what we were aiming for with doing this. Try to keep it alive, try to make the best out of it, and if this is the result, then we all did something right. So I'm really pleased to hear this. I'm really proud of you, Michi, for surprising yourself, which is wicked, because you were better than you were yesterday. So kudos for that, and hopefully we can all still keep learning, keep growing, and get to the levels we maybe want to be, or even go further. So thank you. Amazing.
Oh, thank you. I thank you.
Thank you. Good work.
I agree with all of that. I think at the beginning it was all sort of like, okay, well, let's just see if we can get through this year and stay a bit fit and sort of survive. But yeah, I mean, the way you teach and the stuff we've all learned, it's revolutionized certainly my training and my technique, I think, after 40 years or whatever it's been.
It's really funny you say that, Damon, because I never said this to anyone, but I actually received a comment from someone who also went to Wimbledon and said that you had far improved and your quality was way above the rest of the class as a result of your continual training. And I'm not just saying that because it serves me no purpose really, because Michi said some great words already. But I think, yes, okay, it's very humbling to hear your thanks to us, but the thanks goes in return as well, because you have to do the effort. You have to turn up, first of all. You have to persevere with the things, and you, hopefully, Michi has confirmed, seen the growth in yourselves as well. So, thank you guys in return also, because it gives myself and Wesley great pleasure to know that we have assisted in your progression. Not made it, other people made you, but if we can assist in any way, shape or form, then we've done our job properly.
Yes.
Most definitely. Yeah. With me training with Shihan Steve now for over 15 years, I know every single move. I know his combinations and his heads. Even when he comes up with something new, I kind of know how to follow along, because I know the style. I know everything he's going to come up with, basically. I know his routines, right? Once in a while, we throw in something new, but I still kind of know it, right? So because I was training with you, I was exposed to something different style of teaching, different maybe speed, maybe different ways of presenting those techniques or combinations or putting them together. So it was something interesting that I was picking up on, and I loved it. And I think I'm not downgrading anything, the training that I had with Steve, because, he was the first one who introduced me, and I started with him and I learned most of it. But the fact that I'm adding extra things from here and there, and I noticed that throughout these times I got faster, I can only attribute that to you guys, basically, to your teaching, because it was just something different that I added. How come I didn't do that a year ago, right? When I was constantly teaching in the dojo, maybe because it was becoming a routine. I don't know, everything.
No, I think routine is probably making it sound a little bit more mundane, but I very much understand what you're saying. But I think this goes to the value of training with different instructors. You will always have a loyalty to the person who made you. Hanshi made me, nobody else. That will never ever change. Hanshi probably made Jeff, for example. Antonio made Wesley. But what we had the royal pleasure of is great surroundings and different versions of teaching, because I truly believe that you can learn from anybody. Maybe more people can teach you more, and not everybody can teach you the same amount, but you can genuinely learn from every single person that puts a gi on, whether they're a white belt, a black belt. Sometimes you see low grades do the quirkiest things and you think, I never looked at doing something that way. You know, it was because you like you say, you're used to something. And I was the same with Hanchi. I could tell where the session was going from the moment it started. I knew, and that, again, Hanchi is probably the greatest teacher that any of us will ever have. But once you are familiar with that person's style, you adopt that style, and it becomes easy for you to pick up on that version of teaching. It's not to say that it is mundane. It's not to say that it's boring. It's to say that you have become accustomed to that person's style. And hopefully that generates you and molds you into the type of karateka that you have become. When you step outside of that comfort, so to speak, that's when you start discovering new, different ways. And, you know, I think it's very important that dojo instructors shouldn't be so precious around they are the only people that can teach you, because they're wrong. I am not the only people that can teach my student. I hope they have a loyalty to me. Of course I do. But I would encourage everybody to try and learn from other people, because there are things that Wesley does better than me. I do better than Wesley. Jeff does better than me. I perhaps do better than Jeff. You know, there are a lot of wealth of knowledge out there of different ways to train and throw and do techniques. Why not capitalize on that? And we've been very, very, very extremely fortunate on KRT that we've had a huge amount of guests with an insane amount of quality. That's not to dismiss mine and Wesley's potential quality, but it's about giving you guys more options than maybe you would have had on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for that.
Yeah, and what started off as just like you said, Damon, surviving the situation, or for Darren and myself, it started off as fun, having an enjoyable time training together, although we can't be together, and sharing that with the world turned into something we are so thankful of, because we also saw the growth of you guys within these sessions, the people
Very much
who have been training with us. For a person like Jeff himself coming back to training karate very, very, very many times a week whilst he was away for a very long time. We're truly honored and truly thankful for all of the people who turn up and all of the people who try and learn and be the best versions of themselves. And it turned out to be probably one of the best steps we could have take within karate, and it's still all about having fun, enjoying our time together. Only the group got a little bit bigger because, for instance, we started off Darren and myself, and now we're sharing it with the world.
World's biggest dojo.
You've also got a very good reputation now. It's like, where do champions go and train?
Yeah, exactly.
They come and train with you because the quality. I mean, how many champions you've had on your show? How many, sort of like your guests and stuff like that? And it's amazing. I think you don't get the kudos that you really deserve. Hopefully it will come soon.
Hopefully.
I think Wesley hit the nail on the head. In the most important thing is that we have fun, we enjoy each other, and we develop each other, and if we grow, then we can potentially help other people grow beyond that. Michi then takes other bits to her dojo, and Damon takes stuff back to his dojo, and vice versa. I mean, I've taken things from Wes, and maybe he's taken things from me, and it's a ripple effect. Hopefully.
Yes.
Hey, I got faster at 40, so that's some sort of miracle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Thanks again for your beautiful words, guys. It's truly humbling, and we can't be thankful enough. Yes, we are glad that we help you out, but yes, we are very glad that you're here. Otherwise, it just would have been the two of us.
Well, I'm sure you two of you already know that you're great, right? But once in a while, there has to come somebody and tell you that, yes, you are great, and just not encourage you. I don't want to say encourage you, but just kind of back up whatever you know about yourself. Sometimes we need all that, you know, karate or any other aspects of life, right? Like sometimes you know something about yourself, but when somebody comes and say, yes, you're doing a great job, you feel even better about yourself. So
Yes.
I think you guys need it too, because you two are motivating us to train, but somebody needs to motivate you as well, right? So sometimes a word here and there might help you out. Maybe, maybe not, but if it does, then it's great.
Oh, it definitely does. It definitely does. I think you guys coming in and giving us your time is a huge motivation for both me and Wesley anyway. Many a times, me and Wesley have, before you guys get in there, we have a little chat, you know. I think that's probably obvious for everybody, but I just feel like, yeah, I'm okay. And then we see all you guys, so like, hey guys, it's all great again, you know. And all of a sudden there's a lift in motivation, because we do have a responsibility to you. We do have a responsibility to ourselves, and we do have a responsibility to our instructors. And that's the great thing about Kyokushin Karate, is that we share all of these events together. I think that's a huge motivation for all of us.
But getting those compliments truly is even more inspiring. Yeah, in all honesty, everybody can moan and everybody can say bad things, but giving compliments is very hard, and receiving compliments is very hard as well. As you can see, we're both not very you know, it doesn't really happen a lot. So really thank you for that. It really does make a big difference, because sometimes you're really hoping to get the, as we said, the kudos you'd like to get, and for the feeling not always getting this. So hearing this from you guys, the students, the people who are always there, who have been always there, is worth more than anything.
Yeah. Indeed.
Right. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
All right.
Gotta run.
Enjoy your evening, guys, or the rest of your day in Michi's.
Yeah, in it. Yeah.
Yes.
Like midday, right? So
Yes. One more training to go tonight.
Enjoy.
Bye, everyone. Great to see you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.